Since I was young, they said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations.
Hey, welcome back everyone. It is time for another red hot cover call video. Hey guys, today we're going to talk a little bit about how I use support lines to make some killer trades, how I make it flow like water. A lot of you guys ask me all the time, hey look, how do you set up your trades? How do you know when to pick the time to write a cash secured put or write a cover call? Well, I'm going to give you a little look into my world as to how I did it with WYNN. You guys know I love WYNN. I love trading WYNN, and I'm going to show you my last 4 trades. Actually, my last 5 trades with WYNN, which is going to be a couple cash secured puts, a couple covered calls, and guys, because the stock rocketed past my strike price, I show you an exit strategy. Hey, look, even you salty dog cover call writers are going to learn something today. Hey, look, before we get going, you guys see it? See that little button right there, man? If you're not subscribed to this channel, you need to. Why? Because we talk about how to use the cash secured put and cover call strategy to make it flow and have success, guys. And I have guys all the time saying, hey man, how much money you making? Blah, blah, blah. I always say, look, man, it's not about the dollar bills. The dollar bills are nothing more than a scoreboard that lets us know we're having success. I always tell you cats, it's about having success, because when you see the green trade after green trade, it motivates you. It will motivate you to do the next great trade. Guys, at the end of the day, I love the dollar bills. I love talking about the dollar bills. But man, really, it's about having success. And when we have success, we build confidence and we're motivated to do the next one. Hey, look, before I get going though, bang that like button if you like what I'm doing. All right, guys, we are going to talk about how I use the cash secure put and cover call right with WYNN. Guys, let's talk about some recent trades. Now, I think you're going to like this. I do love WYNN, and I love to trade WYNN. Now, one of the things I love to do, guys, when it comes to cash secured puts, I've told you this time and again. I love to play a cash secured put at the support line so I can collect the premium without ever getting assigned the shares. Now, this isn't a guarantee, and quite frankly, I have been assigned the shares. If you watch my Whirlpool trade where I thought I stuck it in at a price that was considerably lower, no, Whirlpool then fell another 10 bucks. I got stuck with the shares. So guys, when you write those cash secured puts, remember what we're doing. We're essentially telling Wall Street that we will take our cash and we will buy your shares from you at a certain price. That is a cash secured put. Essentially, we are giving somebody the right, but not the obligation, to stick those shares to us, and they pay us a premium. It's sort of the opposite of a covered call, where with a covered call, I own the shares and I want to give the shares to somebody at a certain price for a certain amount of time. I get paid a premium. We're doing it with cash. So in this case, guys, I always have a little bit of cash on the sideline, and I love to find those great cash secure put plays. And I love using them on the stocks that I'm writing covered calls on, because a lot of times I'll write that covered call, 5 bucks out, 10 bucks out from where it's currently trading. And then, guys, when the stock falls, I might write a cash secured put so I can make money on both ends. I've done this before, and I've told you guys with Whirlpool. I had a trade where I owned Whirlpool. Whirlpool was trading at 170. It could go higher, so I wrote a 180 covered call. But guys, as it was basing, as it was trading around 170, I thought it was going to go higher. I wrote a 160 cash secured put. So whether it went up or down, I was going to be able to close out either of those trades, and then we look to do the next one. I love splitting the difference, making money on either side. Now guys, here's my WYNN trade, and I'm going to show you real briefly how I do this. Notice WYNN here. Now I own WYNN, and I've written 2 covered calls. Now I only show you 1 here, but I did write 2. In this case, let's start with the cash secured put, guys. When WYNN started to tail off here, right, I'm looking at that nice support line right there. See that support line right there, guys? Well, at that moment I said, look, man, I think WYNN goes higher. I feel that it's going to go higher. The stock market's going higher. WYNN has great numbers, and Macau is killing it. So I think WYNN's going to go higher. Now, I already own 300, 500 shares, so I don't really want to own any more shares. So what I did, guys, was on this very first trade right here, notice the stock's trading at 140 right here. I wrote a 130 cash secured put. And guys, I got paid 97 cents for that. Now, regardless of the percentages, guys, because I'm not the salty dog that needs that 3 and 4% before I make a trade. I like the fact that WYNN will probably not get to 130. I'm going to keep that premium. And quite frankly, as it goes higher, I'm going to buy it back. And that's what I did, guys. I ended up buying back that option for under a dime. And guys, we have our cash. We move on. Well, what happened? As WYNN rallied higher, it started to peel off again. Now look, guys, it starts to fall here again. What do? I stick it in for another cash secured put at 140. I end up picking up $1.92. And guys, I'm feeling good now. I actually think WYNN, in fact, I think on this day, WYNN had actually moved a little bit higher. Before the day closed, it closed down, but it moved higher. I just got a sense it was going to go higher. The selling was out of it short term. Sure enough, guys, look at it, Rocket. Rocket's higher. I end up buying that cash secured put back, putting all that premium in my pocket. Well, guys, I end up writing a covered call. Remember, I own the shares. I end up writing a covered call right here, guys, picking up $1.78. At this point, WYNN's trading at 155. Now, to be clear, I wrote a covered call on WYNN, a 155 covered call on WYNN, when the stock was at about 148. Well, guys, it rocketed past 155. I needed to buy the option back. So I got paid like $1 for that. Guys, the premium that I got paid $1 for moved up to $1.80. So what I decided to buy that option back for $1.80, adding the extra to my cost basis. Because remember, when we buy back our options in the money like that 83 cents, remember I got paid $1, that 83 cents went straight to my cost basis. I then wrote the next covered call, guys, a 165 on WYNN. Well, WYNN starts to rally. Man, I'm feeling good. I'm going to get 165 for my shares. I got 178 for this latest premium. Man, I am living it. Well, WYNN starts to tail off here just a little bit, guys. Not much at all. A lot of good news in the stock market. I just love it. I'm going to go for it. So on this day, really tight at the money, I took a chance. I wrote a really short, really tight 2-week, 3-week window cash secured put, figuring, hey, look, if I get assigned shares, I'm okay with it because I like WYNN. Well, look what happened, guys. It ends up rocketing higher past 160. I've talked about this WYNN trade in multiple videos I've done recently with weekly and monthly options and cash secured puts. Guys, that trade is off the board. Oh, by the way, guys, this covered call that I wrote for 170 is off the board because that was a 3-week window. And guys, guess what's happening? Time decay. Yes, time decay is happening, guys, because this Friday, that option will expire. And guys, WYNN is at 160. The likelihood of it getting to 165 is not there. Time decay is now happening in that last week of the expiration. Guys, I bought that back for like 40 cents. And you say, hey, John, why don't you let that expire? 40 cents, let it expire. No, I got paid $1.70. I took that obligation off the board at 40. And guys, the stock was trading at about 158x. I took the obligation off the board. I own the shares. Nobody can take my shares. Guys, look at this. WYNN actually picks up and starts to head, where's it at? WYNN starts to head north, guys. Look at that. It's now damn near close to 160. Guys, I'm going to be able to go into next week, if the markets are up, I'm going to be able to write a 170 on WYNN. We keep learning. We keep doing this so we can gain experience, and it flows like water. I call this my cash printing machine, guys. You just witnessed it. So I am very active. I will write cash secured puts that not necessarily make me 2 and 3 and 4%. That is the sweet spot of selling premium because I like to do it a lot. And when I do it a lot, I add them up, guys. And when I add them up, I show you all the time. All we do is make green trade after green trade. Guys, I told you in the beginning that it is about the success because success is the greatest motivator to do the next successful trade. And guys, it's about having success. Guys, in my very first CPT newsletter, which is coming out January 2018, and we will do this every month, my very first one, I'm going to talk about how I use support lines in a little more detail so you can really get a flavor as to how you can use support lines for a cash secured put trade. See, I love it. Guys, ever since you recommended that I needed to learn cash secured put, to me, it's as if I have doubled my income, guys. I'm able to write covered calls and I'm able to then write cash secured puts, just doubling up the profits. Guys, take a look at this chart one last time. Had I not learned the cash secured put strategy, guys, I would have written one covered call. I'd have been talking about that one covered call, man, like it was my last dollar on the planet. Feeling good. Guys, look at this. 3 additional trades. Guys, I love the fact that you help out others in the comments. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to do this, guys. Let me know. Leave me a comment. Leave me a comment below if you like writing cash secured puts or covered calls. Which one do you like? Hey, look, guys, before I get going, man, bang that like button if you like what we're doing. And hey, look, man, ring my bell. Get that email notification the next time I do a red hot covered call video. Hey, look, until next time, I hope all your covered calls are profitable.
All I see is signs, all I see is dollar signs.